Okay, thanks, Nick. So I just wanted to, it was really short notice of having this training call, but I just wanted to get some information out for the week so you can learn something new and try to implement it into your business. So Nick is on the call. He's from Sotellus. Sotellus is a platform that I learned from my coach, Krista Mayshore. I've been using it for about 4 years now and have been able to get over 170 5-star reviews. And I'll show you my public profile in just a minute. So what I wanted Nick to do is just show you how the system works, how it could help you improve getting online reviews in different outlets. It's a really easy system to use. And I just wanted to be able to provide that value to you guys to try to increase your online presence. So Nick, I'm going to let you take it away, and then eventually we'll just share my screen so I can show them what that profile will look like.
Sounds great. Awesome, guys. So everything that we're going to be going over today is going to go into 3 phases. And we're going to be touching on capturing reviews first. Then we're going to touch on how we get reviews in front of new potential clients. And then we're going to touch on how we can capture those clients directly using lead generation tools and referral programs. So everything that we're going to go over is going to be 6 different things. We're going to go over a mobile application that you receive, a widget that goes on your website. We'll touch on some social proof, SEO, Google business posting, and thank you pages to generate referrals. So the first thing that we're going to touch on about how to get reviews is using our mobile app. So here at Sotellus, we actually have a patent pending mobile app. It's the only app in the entire world where you can get a review in person with a client on your own device without the client having to do anything but just stand there and give you a review. So for people who get to see their clients in person, all you have to do to capture a review is just pull your app up and choose one of 3 buttons: video, audio, or text review. Now, let's say that you want to get a video review. All you'd have to do is just click that button and then just fill your client's quick information out. You can put their full name or initials and then mobile number or email. And from there, you get a 5-star rating and just press record video. It's extremely fast. It's super simple. I do have a little video here so you guys can see what that's going to look like. And you do have unlimited users. So anybody on your team can actually download this app for free on any device and get reviews for you and your team. So this would be you or somebody on your team pulling the app up. You end up choosing video. You put the client's first name, last initial, mobile number. You get that 5 stars and press record. And that's it. It takes about 20 seconds. You get all their emotion, their gratitude, excitement, these different things that make for that powerful review, but you don't have to worry about them now having to leave, go home, and get to the review later. So that's how you can capture the review on the spot. Now right here, we're going to touch on invitations. So invitations is how you're going to reach out and get reviews from clients that, 1, you don't get to see in person, and 2, any past and previous clients. This is perfect for that as well. Now, as far as sending invites go, Sotellus can easily automate these invitations by connecting to your CRM using our API system, or you can also upload a list of as many past and current clients as you want, and we can send the invite out to all of them as well. But right here, we're going to touch on what it looks like if you were to manually send an invite so you can see the process. So let's say you're on the phone with a client and you want to capture a quick review. You can just literally pull your app up, click send invite, and put the same information as before. Now, mobile number, of course, sends them a text that you can customize. And once the client clicks that link in the text, it will pull up a browser page like this, except everything here is going to be branded towards your company and logo. It's not branded towards Sotellus. Now, from here, the client's going to get to choose which review that they want to give first. Now, if they wanted to do like a video review, all they'd have to do is just click the video button. We're going to pull the camera that's on their device up for them automatically and then let them record the review. Now, that's it. They're done after that. It doesn't require any other information. They just got to click the button, record, and if they don't like it, there's always a retake button for them. So fast, simple, and it's just as easy to write the review. So if they want to do a text review, they just click on that button there. And then the same thing, we're going to ask them for that star rating. So the reason Sotellus always gets a star rating before we let a client leave a review is because we do reputation monitoring. So this way we're able to make sure only your 4 and 5-star reviews are published. And if a client leaves you anything less than 4 stars, we're not going to post it anywhere but we are going to internalize it and we're going to notify you. So you can have the option to look at the review, contact the client, and even fix that problem firsthand. But this way it doesn't damage your online reputation. Now, as they give you that 4 or 5-star rating, it'll push them onto this page here. And now they can leave you a review on any of your third-party platforms. Now, these platforms that you're seeing are just examples. You guys can have any review platform in the world. So let's say a client wants to do a Google review. All they're going to do is click the button. We're going to log them into their Google account for them automatically and drop them into your Google page to write you that review. So now you've got the Google review. And then from here, 2 things will happen. We're going to pull up a thank you page that says, hey, thanks for leaving this review on Google. Would you also mind leaving it on these other platforms as well? The client can just simply click the copy button that's there and click any other sites that they have, and they can paste their review into there. Now, from there, we're going to take the reviews that you get from like Google and Facebook, and now we're going to market them. We're going to post them to a bunch of places that we're going to go over, like your website, social media, SEO, Google business posting, and some other really cool stuff that we'll touch on. But before we get into that, I always go over what happens if you run into somebody who doesn't have any third-party platforms. Because every one of our clients has ran into a customer who didn't have Google, didn't have Facebook, didn't have Zillow, didn't have Yelp. And at that point, they're probably not going to have any other accounts. If that happens, that's not a problem. The customer can click this little green button that says, no, I'll leave my review here. When they do that, it pulls up a template. They write the review and they're done. And they can take a picture with it as well. And then from there, it's the same process. We're still going to market it on all the places that we touch on: Google Business, Facebook page, website, etc. So here at Sotellus, no matter what, every client gets to leave a review, and the reviews are marketed across about 7 different platforms. Now, that's the part that we're going to move into right here. All right, we're going to go over all the different ways that we're going to get these reviews out and reach new potential clients. Now, the first place is always the website, because every single business needs to have social proof on their site. So we give you guys a widget that's going to display all those positive reviews from Sotellus, like your videos, your writtens, but also all of your Google reviews, your Facebook reviews, and of course some Yelp reviews as well. And the whole purpose in that is because just 20 positive reviews on your site, it's been proven to help increase the conversion rates up to 84%. And the widget itself is customizable. You can choose size, colors, where you want it on your site, and how many different places you want it on. And then the second thing you'll have on your website along with that is a call to action form. So this is just something that will pop up for the client so we can immediately capture their information for you as soon as possible. The call to action is completely customizable. You can put in whatever offer you want to give, or if you just want them to be something like schedule a call with me now, and you can also add any terms in there as well. Now, the third thing that you're going to get on your site is an auto-responsive chat box. So this chat box is basically on there to ensure that you don't miss out on any potential leads. So let's say there's a client on your site and they saw the widget, they saw the call to action, but they're just not convinced just yet. So they still have a couple questions for you before they decide to give you their information. Now, what they can do is they can go click on your chat box, and as soon as they start the chat, our chat box is going to immediately start talking to them. It's going to ask them how they're doing. And as soon as they reply back, our chat box will notify them that they're being connected to the right person. And it's going to show them. So now we're keeping them engaged and they don't leave your website. Now, while this is going on, we've already sent you and your team a message with a link to the chat. All you have to do is click the link and it's going to drop you right into the chat box with that client. Whoever accepts the conversation, it lets the client know that's who they're now chatting with. Now, you might be thinking, well, I can't monitor this all day long. No problem. If you're not able to get to the chat, or if somebody opts in outside of business hours, our chat box will notify them why you're unavailable, and then it'll ask them what they're looking for and get their contact information and send it right over to you guys. So now you don't have to worry about missing out on any potential leads that end up on your site.
So Nick, just to clarify, the chat questions that you're getting, you're saying are from people that have questions about leaving a review?
Nope, this chat box can be for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a chat box. It's not has anything to do with reviews specifically. It's if somebody's on a person's website and this person has some questions for them. Like this, it just says, "Hi there, have a question, message us here."
Okay.
So then they can click and start the chat and ask any questions that they want. Now, the part moving on to right here this is going to be the public page. So the public page is very similar to the widget on your website. This is a landing page that we're going to create for you that's going to have all the same reviews as the widget. Same Sotellus, videos, Google's, Facebook's, Yelp's, etc. Now, it's also going to have all of your company information at the top here, and that's what Tracy's going to show you later. So you guys can do whatever you want with this page. Market it, put on business cards, put in emails. But the main reason we create that is so we could start running search engine optimization. So just like Esmero's carpet care, right? The goal is when somebody goes online and there's multiple, and the keywords are all customizable. So we could target whatever you want. If you want to target your specific industry or business in your area, or if you want to target your company name, right? The goal is to make sure that whatever they're looking for, we want you to be popping up on the front page of Google with your 5-star reviews, just like Esmero's carpet care. Now, the way that we do this is pretty simple. We take every review that's on your public page here, and we're going to give each review its own individual landing page. So now you got this one page that has all your reviews on it, but now all of your reviews have their own page as well. So what we're going to do from there is we're going to flood the Google search engine with all these different links to those positive reviews, and now start running the SEO and getting them ranked onto the front page of Google. Now, the reason why our SEO tends to work so well is because we're getting over 3 million views per month on our site right now. Obviously, that is a ton of traffic. And then on top of that, some other things is we have a very high domain score of 76. We use do follow links. Now, let's say that I am a potential client. I'm online and I find one of your reviews on the front page of Google. So I decide to click on it to check it out. And when I do that, it's going to take me straight to the review that has all of your information at the top, right? Your company's website, your logo, your description, your contact information. But it also gives me a chance at claiming that call to action, right? So we still have a chance of getting my information immediately right then and there. And anytime somebody finds a review and they click on that link, boom, it also gives your website a hit, because all of these reviews and these links, they connect back to the widget on your site. So this is how we continue to help your website rank higher as well, just like the reviews.
What you're saying is if someone finds you online or finds a review somewhere and then clicks on that, if you could click on it again. So for us, as mortgage lenders and real estate agents, so it would say, get a free home evaluation when they click on that. And that's just a random person that found you could get a free home evaluation, or they could learn what their property's worth, right? And then submit that information to you and it'll become as a lead, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, the part we're moving into here is just social media sharing. So the way this works is similar to everything else. We can automatically post your reviews onto your Facebook page. And the cool thing about this is that you can completely customize the scheduling of our posts. So we could post here on your Facebook daily, weekly, monthly, or if you want to give us a schedule like Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m., then that's when we'll post. So you can literally post as often as you want us to. You just let us know when, and that's when our system will automatically start posting for you. Now, this part right here is called Google Business Posting. Personally, hands down, this should be the most important feature that we're going to go over today as far as ranking your Google listing higher in the search engine. Now, on top of Sotellus being the only video review system and only system with an app to get reviews in person, we're also the only ones who automatically post reviews into the Google My Business. That's where these red arrows right here are pointing to. So the whole purpose in this is, let's say how we talked about earlier, if you run into a client that doesn't have any platforms and they end up leaving the review with us, we could still take that Sotellus review, post it to all the places that we just went over, but now also onto your Google My Business. So even with the clients that don't have Gmails, that can't write Google reviews, we'll still get that review on your Google Business as a post. And we do the same thing with videos and 5-star ratings. So now your reviews are all going to make their way onto your Google listing in one form or another, either as a review or as a post. And the reason why this is so important is because this is a required feature by Google to even recognize you in their algorithm. So posting into here, I always compare this to, funny terminology is like baking a pie, right? If you're going to bake a pie, but you want to leave some ingredients out like salt and sugar, You're still going to have a pie once you're done, but it's probably not going to taste too good. Well, it's the same thing with Google. If you have a Google listing, you might even have a ton of Google reviews. But if you're not using everything that Google requires you to as part of their algorithm, then your listing's not going to rank as fast, or it's just going to stay stagnant. So that's why we post into here, because the goal is to keep your listing consistently ranking higher in the search engine at all times. But the only way to do that is to use all the features that they give you, like getting you Google reviews, creating organic traffic with our SEO, but now also posting into your Google My Business. And then you'll have an entire backend page called detailed reporting right here, where you can actually keep track of all this progress. This page is going to show you all the reviews you're getting, all the people who are finding you online, and it's going to show you all of your Google Analytics. So now you can actually keep track of our service and make sure that it's working for you. And this is because, here at Sotellus, we don't ask for contracts. We want to make sure we're constantly earning your business every single month. But other than that, this is going to be the last part that we're going to touch on. This is the referral side of everything. So this is how we start getting your clients to refer you to all their friends and family by simply clicking a button. So whenever a client gives you a review, that client is going to be asked to share that review. All right. So if you get a review in person, they'll receive a follow-up text. But like most people, if you send an invitation, this page will pop up automatically as soon as the review is submitted. And now it's going to ask them to share the review with your call to action, like get a free home evaluation. Now, this person can send it directly to somebody that they know by putting their information down here, or they could do what most people do and just share it on Facebook by clicking that button. Now, when we get a client to share on Facebook, what we're doing here is we're basically turning this client almost into an ambassador, because now they're actually referring all of their friends on Facebook by showing them they've used your service, they loved your service, and they gave you a great review, and now they're incentivizing their friends to become a client with you by giving out that call to action. Now, anybody that is on their friends list that sees this post, all they have to do to claim it is just go click on their friend's post, and it will pull their friend's review up with your call to action right next to it.
So I'm so sorry. I should have raised my hand. I just have a really quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So I already use Sotellus. I appreciate you inviting me. This is really actually informative for me, because all I do is send out the invite. I never realized that there was like this call to action area. So yours says get 10% off carpet cleaning today. Is that somewhere where I can put for a free home valuation, da 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 da? I mean, is there somewhere where I can edit that?
Yes.
To put it in there or no?
Yep. The call to action is
show us where. Can you show us where to do that?
Yeah, could you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it will be on the settings page on the back end of your account. But whenever you set up with your success coach, the success coach will actually create it right then and there for you, but he'll show you how you can edit it in case you ever want to change it as well. But I can when we
Does everybody have a success coach?
Every single person that signs up with Sotellus gets their own designated success coach.
Lord, I don't remember
How do you
who
find
that
out,
was.
Nick? How do you find out who yours is, or how do you get one?
So when somebody signs up, you'll either receive an email right away from a coach with a link to their calendar. If you're coming through me, I take you directly to the coach's calendar myself.
Okay. I'll try to look in my settings and see if I can find that person.
Yeah, but I can send that stuff. I'll send that over to you as well afterwards with their information, because I know that you guys have the same coach, which is Isaac. He's our head coach. He works with a lot of like our higher coaches and things like that. So he'll be the one that you guys are going to be in direct contact with. But yeah, and then this part can be customized to whatever you guys want to make it. You can even actually use this to redirect them to another page if you like. Now, when somebody claims that call to action, it's always going to go away so that person doesn't claim it twice, because you don't want the same person spamming in 10 different times. And then you're always notified via email right away as well. But you also have an entire leads and offer tracking page. So this page will actually show you who's claimed the offer, their names, their emails, their phone numbers, and then it's going to show you who referred that person over to you and whose ad they claimed. So now you guys can see, if like right here, Ella shared hers on Facebook and she had 4 friends claim her call to action over a 6-day period. So that's the cool thing is getting this on Facebook. We're now referring one to many because an average person has 500 friends on Facebook. Most of the time when there's a word of mouth referral and one person refers one person, over 80% of the time, the referral dies off over that second referral. So this way we can constantly keep that out there on Facebook. It's not going to go away and people can come and continuously drip in throughout time. But other than that, this is the dashboard. So this is where you'll go if you ever want to customize anything like offers, invitations, keywords for your SEO. And if you wanted to customize the call to action that we were talking about, all you would do is click that settings page and then you'll see thank you pages at the top. You click on that and then you'll see the special offer below. Now, I touched on how we can get reviews in person. We could send invites through the app. You can also send invites on your computer as well, of course, but we do have an API system that I mentioned. So anybody who has a CRM, we can use that to automate your invites, whether we integrate it with our system directly or just use your CRM by itself. And then, like I said, you guys can always upload a list or a CSV file or a spreadsheet of as many clients as you want. And then we can start reaching out to all of them for you too. So I always recommend try to do everything because obviously the more people that we have to get reviews from, the more reviews we're going to get, more marketing material, which means obviously higher chances of referrals and new customers. Now, with everything that the system's offering, what we usually charge for Sotellus is it's usually a one-time $399 setup fee and it's $199 a month. The $399 setup covers the cost of the success coach. That's the person who will be setting your entire account up for you. He'll give you unlimited training and support for you and your entire staff and team. And they're also going to help with optimization, showing calls to actions and keywords that are working best for you. And they're going to follow up with you weekly on the first month just to ensure that you're happy with our service. But because anybody who sees this video and you guys are coming from Tracie, we do give you guys a 50% discount on this top plan. So instead of a $399 one-time setup, it's only $200. Instead of $199 a month, you get it for only $99 a month for life with no contracts, no monthly increases, and no price increase. And easy way to sign up for this is you can always go to sotellus.com/Tracie. And then you're going to click the sign up now button at the top. The monthly discount will be applied already on there for you. And then you're going to enter the promo code review50. Make sure you use all lowercase letters and make sure to click apply. Otherwise, it's not going to apply the discount. That'll take half off on the setup for you. And for anybody who sees this, and just in case, I do have a direct link to schedule a demo with me as well. You can also schedule through Tracie's landing page if you want to go into a more in-depth demonstration if you have any questions for me. But other than that, that would be it. Like I said, 50% discount on the top tier plan, and you can claim that offer by going to this URL, sotellus.com/Tracie, enter the promo code, and just click order. But Tracie, did you want to share your screen now? Can you still hear me, Tracie?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to hit share screen. Will you just allow that? Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to just show it really that it does work, like I was saying. So I know that Tracie, you were saying that you use the system as well. Can you guys see my screen okay? Do you see the Sotellus screen?
No, we don't see the screen.
Okay, so let me share screen. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, you can see it? Yep. Okay, so I just wanted to show you here where you could see that it is customizable with your team's information. And then you could see 5-star reviews, 175 reviews. And this is basically all of the reviews. So I do have it, it feeds directly into my website. But what I use this for as well is when I'm working with, let's say, a new real estate agent or a new referral partner, I'll include this link in my email introduction to them and just say, you know, hey, if you wanted to learn some more about my team, check out our 5-star reviews. We have over 170, like, so it's all in one place, right? So they don't have to try to go search out all these different testimonials and reviews. And then what I also do is let me grab a second screen, is when I am working with a client and I'm done funding the loan, I do a video just thanking them for the business. And then I tell them that I'm going to be sending them the review. And then in the video underneath, I put the link of where they can just directly go and leave the review. And then the other thing you can do is from your desktop, if you're not using your phone, you can also text the invite. So it's really easy. You just put first name, last name, mobile number. You could hit show advanced and you could actually customize this message. So it only has a certain number of letters that you can use, but I always say it's Tracie because otherwise they think it's like spam or junk. So it's always better to put your name, asking to leave a quick review on the mortgage transaction you did with me at Supreme Lending. And for real estate agents, you'll also want to send this to the buyer's agent or the listing agent on the other side of the transaction, because that's a really good way to get additional reviews of how good of a real estate agent like you were, how your communication style was, the fact that you had a good closing together. So I try to send this to the client, but I also send it to the real estate agents. And then if you could see here on Google, again, just to show, let me see, Google share. So you can see if you Google the Schmidt team, here's 5-star reviews. There's 43 Google reviews. I haven't asked anybody for a Google review except for through SoTellUs. So you could see it's automatically giving people the option to leave a Google review. And that's what it shows. So it's such an easy system to use. I also didn't know about the settings. So I'm really glad that we had this call, Nick, because I have mine turned off, but I did want to bring this up to you. Right now, you can see that I have get reviews on other review sites and that's on, Nick. If I try to hit ask for referrals and I put that on, it switches the other one off. So which one do we want to have on, or is there a way to do it where they're all on?
So you'll have to choose between one or the other with the thank you pages. So it just depends.
Okay.
So if you want to have the ask for referrals one, it's going to turn off the ask for other other review platforms. So
Okay.
it's just one or the other with that. But I'm trying to look. So the share.
So where's the page that asks with the offer? Is that the ask for referrals, or is that in a different place?
No. So the way that's set up is those two are kind of one and the same. So if you click share offer on Facebook.
Okay.
So if you turn that one on and you scroll down, it's going to ask them to share the review with the offer, but right there is where you can customize the offer.
Okay, but if we turn that on, then if a client gets our request to leave a review, it's asking them to leave it on one of the places. They pick a place, but then it doesn't ask them to leave it in other places, correct? If that's off.
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't directly ask them for that. The client still has the option of doing that by like copying it, obviously, and going back and pasting in either one. But yeah, it's not going to directly ask them for it.
Okay, so it says if a customer gives you a written review, this page will automatically ask them to share that review on other. Okay, so they could still leave a review and they could still put it on a site. It's just not giving them the option any longer to leave it in a second place.
Right. It's not going to pull up the page that gives them the copy button with the other places right below it.
Okay. Yeah. So do you feel like the ask for referrals or the share an offer to Facebook, is that like what most people choose? Is that the biggest bang for your buck, do you think, on this thank you page?
100%, because that's the one that's going to actually attract and capture new clients. The get reviews on other platforms is great, but the thing is, it depends on what's your goal. Are you really just trying to rack up reviews? Then the ask for reviews on other places might be the better option. But if you're trying to, like you said, best bang for your buck, well, the only way to make this, bang for your buck is to actually get money from it. So I recommend using the share offer on Facebook so you can actually get new leads and new clients in the door.
Okay, and then if we go to the chat portion, which you were talking about, so you have to embed this chat widget on your website. And then, so if someone's led to your website, your chat box is actually going to be on my website, correct?
Correct. Yep. And all the stuff from the chat box to the offer to the widget, that is all, you can put that on yourself, of course, but our success coaches will do that for you free of charge. That's included in the setup.
Okay. So this is my website, and what he was saying and what you guys should do if you use this is you could go down and it will automatically, with the widget, embed our reviews. And as the reviews are updated, it's going to see the number of reviews someone can leave a review. I think this is my own chat box. I don't think I ever set up the Sotellus one, so I'll do that as well. Should we set up two, or if we have a chat box already, is it not necessary, Nick, or is there any benefit to using yours?
Well, ours is an autoresponder, and it talks to the client for you, and you don't have to constantly monitor it. So it depends. And if you're already paying for a chat box, you save some money by using ours.
Okay.
But yes, in the chat box, the reason why you may not have it is it's actually a newer feature we just released at the end of last year.
Okay, that's good to know. So I know there aren't very many people obviously on the call, but Chris or Latrice, do you guys have any questions for Nick?
Nope.
Go ahead.
Nope.
No questions?
Mm-mm.
Latrice?
I don't have any questions. I thought this was a really good presentation. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't know we were looking at getting more people to do this, but I already do it and it really works very well. I think it's gonna work even, let me ask you something. Yeah, really quick, actually. I have an event coming up and there's gonna be about 150 people there. And I want to do what Krista did. And you know how she always stops us at like the end and she's like, all right, she works it on up and then she goes into the review point. So I basically am wanting to put, so that you're right, Isaac is my guy because I sent a message the other day trying to figure out the QR code. So he sent me a QR code and I'm wanting to just tape that QR code onto the table. And then I want to ask everybody at the end to, if you feel like you've had 5-star service, hover over the QR code and I want you to leave a review. And then I want that review, from the review, I want what you just did, how you said, okay, well, do you know, after they leave the review, do you know anybody that's looking at da-da-da-da-da, right? Could you, would it benefit you to get a free home value report?
Yeah, so in that case,
I want to have that.
Yeah, in that case, you're going to want to set up the offer within Sotellus, because when someone clicks on the QR code to leave a review, they'll have the option to share it or to give people the offer.
Yeah, and there's even a better option for that as well, by the way. So the way that Krista actually does it, the QR code is good for like more like establishment people coming in and out. You're gonna have a lot of people at this event, so you don't want to have to print off almost 200 QR codes. So I can give you a much simpler way. You can actually
so let me ask you before you say that, because there's gonna be 22 tables, so there'd be one QR code at each table.
Yeah, I still think this would be a simpler way. You could do that, but the way that Krista does it is you can actually, the clients can actually text a number and then it will send them an invitation for you. And Krista usually puts that in her presentation. So at the end, she goes, hey, everybody text this number right now and you're going to receive an invite to leave a review. It makes it much simpler and it's going to save you a ton of time.
Remember, Latrice, like if
everybody has a phone. Yeah, I forgot about that. She did do it like that. So do I talk to Isaac about that? Because I just sent him an email saying I wanted the QR. I just sent him the email saying I wanted that one set up.
I think both are helpful. I mean, I think everyone should have a QR code and a text code, because the QR code you could put in any part of marketing, right? And the text code is cool because they literally are doing it. You could stop your meeting, take 2 minutes, ask everybody to do it. So you're controlling the situation at the time, like Krista did. And then the link comes right to their phone. They're leaving it on the spot. I think you'd get a much better conversion up that way.
100%.
Okay. So, but do I get the text from you guys, Nick? Did that come from Sotellus, or is that something else that she did?
Nope. That's all part of our service.
Cool. So then I'll just ask Isaac to get me a phone number.
Yeah, he'll just give you whatever code or whatnot they have to text. The number that they text in, there'll be like a little text the word review to this number, and they'll immediately receive an invite, or it'll pop up on their phone so they can start leaving the review.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. That was all the questions I had, you guys. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Yeah, well, thank you, Nick. And it wasn't necessarily to have people sign up. I mean, people that coach with Krista usually have Sotellus, but it's just, again, like, there's things that we learn all the time because all of these vendors add things. So from 4 years ago, there's just new information. So it's really just to provide, new people information, and then us oldies information on new things. I've learned like 5 new things today. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. We're constantly updating and releasing new features like multiple times a year, like every 3 months or so. We have a new thing coming out, so it's common sometimes when people come in for a second demo, and I'm like, oh yeah, like you probably haven't seen these, but we got like 3 new features you should check out. But yeah,
Awesome.
no
Well, thank you
problem at
so
all.
much. I appreciate it. And then can you send a copy of the recording and I'll get it on in case people want to look at it again?